Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And you and you and you and you and you and you and you.
Welcome to my learning circle. I'm Miss Connie and I'm so glad that you're here with me today so that we can learn more about what we can do with our numbers. We have learned that we can use our composing, our building it up and putting it together to do addition and add our numbers together to get new numbers. Are you ready to see what we can do with what we've learned about decomposing and taking apart? All right. But before we get started, let's get our wiggles out. Show me your wiggling fingers. Very good. And now shake your arms and roll your neck. And now we're ready to begin. Today we are going to be learning about subtraction. We are learning about subtraction today. I'm going to put this on our board so we can focus on it a little bit more and learn a little bit more about it together. Now, subtraction is a fancy math word that means that we are taking a big number and we are taking something away from it to make a smaller number. So when we were decomposing our numbers, we had a big group and we would take them apart, right? It's the same idea with subtraction. We have a big number and we're going to take some of it away. We're going to subtract from the big number to get a new number. So we have focused with our ears to listen and learn more about what the word subtraction means. Let's get ready to focus with our eyes to see what we can learn by doing some subtraction problems together. Okay, so when we are subtracting, just like in with addition, we have a sign that tells us that we need to add two numbers together. Remember, we add it together, we use our addition sign. Well, with subtraction, we have a fancy sign for that too. It looks just like this. Straight line across. This is our subtraction sign. Sometimes you'll hear us call it a minus sign. Okay, so let's see if there is a way that we can help us remember what subtraction means and what symbol to use, what sign to use for subtracting our numbers. So we have a big number and we're going to take something away. We're going to subtract. We're going to use our minus sign. Are you ready? Can you do that with me? We have a big number and we're going to subtract. Here we go. We have a big number and we're going to subtract and take something away. Very good. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, so let's do our number 2 and the number 1. So we have 2 minus 2 subtracting 1. We have to use pictures to help us represent our numbers here too. But what we're going to do is we're going to represent the first number, okay? So I have 1, 2 circles. Now I need to subtract, I need to take away 1. It's the 1 that we are taking away, it's not disappearing. We are just taking it away, okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to X out 1 of the 2 circles that we just drew. Because we had 2, 1, 2, and we are subtracting 1, just like this. So now what we have to do, we have to count what is left. when we do 2 minus 1, 2, subtracting our 1, taking away our 1, we count what does not have an X on it, 1. And that means that we have 1. So when you do 2 minus 1, 2, subtracting, taking away the 1, we have 1 left. So our answer is 1. Awesome job. Okay, let's see if we can do this with some of our numbers over there. Let's do 4 minus 3. So we have 4 subtracting 3. The first thing we have to do is we have to represent our number 4, our first number. So this time, let's do 4 balloons, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And our pictures, they don't have to be fancy when we're doing math. They just have to help you represent your number, help you see the number that it is that you're working with. So let's count and make sure that we drew the right number. We need 4. Let's count and make sure we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4. Now, we've represented our number 4. Now we need to subtract. We need to take away 3. And remember, we don't erase them because they're not disappearing. We are just taking them away from the big number that we have to make a new number, right? So we need to do what? That's right, we need to X out 3 of our balloons. So here we go. Help me count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we took away 3 of our balloons. Now, how do we find out what 4 minus 3 is? Very good. We have to count how many balloons are left. How many balloons did we not X out? Okay, so let's get ready to count. Here we go. 1. 1 balloon is left. So our answer is 1. 4 minus 3, 4 subtracting 3, 4 taking away 3 is 1. Awesome job. Okay, let's do this one more time. And this time, let's use some objects and see how that looks. Because when we draw our pictures, we X out things, but when we're using objects, let's see how that would look. All right, so let's do 5 minus 2. 5 subtracting 2. What's the first thing we need to do? Very good. We need to represent our first number. We need to represent our 5. So let's use our stars down here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count and make sure that we have the 5 stars we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have our 5 stars. And we know that we need to take away, subtract 2. Now, how can we do this with the objects? Well, what we need to do is just like our decomposing. We need to take away 2. We need to break up this big number and take away 2. So we're going to take away 1, 2. I took away 2 stars. What is left? how do we find out what the answer is for 5 minus 2 after we have taken away our 1, 2 stars? Very good. We need to count what is left. We have 1, 2, 3. Very good job. We have 3 stars left. So our answer is 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. Very good job. Thank you so much for coming and learning all that we have about our subtraction today. We learned that when we are subtracting, we are taking a big number and we are taking away something to subtract, to minus, right? Using our minus sign. So when you see our minus sign, you know that you have to take away to find out what the answer is. Just like we did here. We have our 5 minus 2, 5 subtracting 2, 5 taking away 2. And we used our stars here and we put in 5 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we took away the 2, 1, 2, and then we were left with our 1, 2, 3. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Awesome job. And when you are drawing pictures to help you represent your numbers, remember, we do not erase them. We just X them out and we count what's left. We count what does not have an X on it. And that's how you find out what the answer to your subtraction problem is. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.